The learnings have been done, and you know, throughout the week I have been contemplating on what approaches and strategies I'm going to be putting in place, especially towards end of the financial year or beginning of the financial year, when we're going to be doing our plannings, annual plannings and all that. And I've picked a lot of things from the teachings that one can actually use as a new approach that would probably change the mindset of my colleagues and the other people that we work with, in terms of coming up with strategies that are in line with our mandates as a department, as a ministry, and you know, the strategies that come from the higher offices and all that. And I feel there's quite a lot that I've picked from these and a new approach to teaching.
I've come to learn a lot of things about myself, which I think I'll put to practice when I get back to office. One thing I've learned this morning is about influence. It's very important for a leader to influence the people he's working with, to influence the subordinates, and a good difference that I've learned between influence and manipulation.
The influence part, because you know, the way we think is exactly the way we do things, and it has helped me so much so that I should also look at how I do things and look at my thinking and try and improve, because the improving that means me improving it and nobody from outside improving it. So that is it.
I think I've learned a lot. What is interesting in all this course is that I didn't even know myself, how I behave in certain situations, how I react to certain situations. I didn't even know my learning style. I didn't know myself totally, that I'm willing to do this, I can do this, and I can lead someone. So I thought this was something totally impossible, but through this course I've learned a lot of things, and I think when I get back to work, I'll change the way I was doing things and try to actually practice what I've learned here. Thank you.
Of all the concepts that we did since the beginning of the training, I've come to appreciate that one of knowledge. That knowledge is very, very important to everyone, especially when you are a leader. I've come to appreciate that when you have knowledge, you can influence better. But when you don't have knowledge, you are as good as nothing.
Good afternoon, Richard, and thank you, all colleagues. It's been a pleasure being with you this week. It's like we've been here for a month. If we could continue, I feel we still continue, but there are other priorities. But really, what I've learned quite a lot, as my colleagues have stated, without running the risk of repeating what I said, but I'll also emphasize that it is very critical that you first try to understand yourself before you know yourself, before you try to understand other people, so that as a leader, you can have a clear perspective of how you can change other people. It's better to change yourself first before you try to change others. On another level, I've learned and I appreciate that as a leader back at work, we always emphasize on assessing people's competencies aside of behaviors. And I've also appreciated from this training that you need also to appreciate why people behave the way they behave. You have to have a deep analysis of that before you can get results. And I'll take that and try and use it at work. And lastly, I think I've actually appreciated that you have to be careful to assess the organization's culture. Those values, the mindsets, they are very critical. The rituals, the routines. You need to be alert to such things because they influence the way things are done at work. Thank you, Richard. It's been a pleasure.
I think it's been wonderful meeting new people. We made friends around here. You can be sure we'll be coming back to Botswana, lovely country, I must say. One thing I've realized is that we must be able to lead from the front. You can't allow other people to take your role as a leader. Make decisions however hard they are. But while you are doing that, you do it through a system of influencing people, not forcing people to do things. Influencing people by getting to know, gathering intelligence, by getting to know what the problem is in any situation, and getting to know the possibilities of what should be done by negotiating rather than by forcing. I think it's a very, very powerful tool. As a leader, of course, you must be able to explain your preference, go around it. You are not going to be leading from the front while people will be making decisions for you. But again, you must learn to get the people to accept that this is what really needs to be done. I realize that as a country, people working in the civil service, you are very enthusiastic about giving value to your country. And for me, that's a message I want to take back home, that people who are committed to succeeding, people who are leaders in their own rights, will be able to make a change, a positive change as it were, in any organization.
Well, it has been quite a taxing week. Got the opportunity to learn about myself and my preferences when it comes to learning, my behavior as a member of the team, and then had an opportunity to learn other techniques like brainstorming. The first time I learned to do it the different way from what we have been used to. And I also got an opportunity going back to the office and try to implement the things which we have learned, like how people resist change. So what I can say is, I believe coming from this training, I believe I'll be more or a better manager than I was before. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Richard. I would like to say thank you to the whole team. You've been great. I leave this place full of energy, and in my mind, I now think positively. I've learned that however difficult an assignment is, it will be done. I now believe that I will and I can are possible. So that is the energy that I'm going to pass on to my colleagues. Thank you.